What up, everybody? My name is Ed Love. It's time for another killer, son. Big shout out to my man Shiggy, who hit me on the Instagram and told me that he loved Come On, Son back in the days when he was in junior high school. He was watching Come On, Son. And he did the face. Well, Shig, I'll let you know, man. I got a podcast. I don't know if you knew about it, man. And I still do my Come On, Son on the front of the podcast all the time, Shig. So I appreciate you checking me out. All right, first and foremost, who the fuck are letting their kids overdose on Benadryl because of a TikTok challenge? Come the fuck on, son. We need to get our kids, man.
Cheryl! Come on! Keep your baby out the street.
Get your kids a Benadryl challenge on TikTok. How many Benadryls can you ingest?
Why?
A 13-year-old kid died from that stupid shit. Come on, son. Fuck out of here. Anybody knows taking too many Benadryls can kill you. You gotta be...
You niggas are stupid.
Too being short of a six-pack to do some stupid shit like that. Come on, son. Fuck out of here. Get your kids, man. Did y'all see them kids running around in Chicago wilding? That's because we ain't got our kids.
Just keep the baby out the streets.
Get your kids. Come on, son. Alabama. A party happened. 4 people got shot and killed at a 16-year-old birthday party and 20-some injured. Come on, son. Get your kids. I got my kids. Get your damn kids. Did y'all see what happened to 16-year-old Ralph Y'all? I talked about it last Come On, Son. They finally arrested fucking Andrew Lester, his 85-year-old ass. Look at his mugshot. Come on, son. He was allowed to bail out on only $200,000 bail. He only had to put up 10%, and he out?
Why?
Come on, son. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. How do you only get in charge with, like, criminal something or another and assault? You shot the kid twice.
That was nothing but white privilege.
Some bullshit. Come on, son. Put his fucking mugshot up again so everybody can see what Andrew Lester looks like. We seen his mugshot, but we still ain't seen Trump's mugshot. Come on, son. That's some bullshit. And speaking of bullshit, the NBA playoffs, the Golden State Warriors look like trash. Come on, son. Giannis Antetokounmpo is hurt. Come on, son. Draymond Green done did some more stupid shit. Check this out.
Now watch the end of this play. As he goes down, watch him grab Draymond right there. Now, that right there.
Come the fuck on, Draymond Green. I mean, you the heart and soul of the team, but why are you always doing some shit that can fuck the whole team up? Come on, son, and please, God. I know Phoenix won and they tied 1-1. I don't know if it's still that way as of y'all seeing this shit right here, but come on, son. The NBA playoffs is looking suspect right now, man. They're looking suspect. And speaking of suspect, did y'all hear what happened with my man Sean Kemp in Seattle? Come on, son. Sean Kemp, you shoot that niggas down, Sean Kemp? Come the fuck on, Sean Kemp. You sound crazy right now, Sean Kemp. Get Seattle a goddamn basketball team again. That's what they need, the Supersonics. I'm at Love, I approve this fucking message now. Come on, son. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Come on, son.
Raphael's on the track.
Come on, son. Come on, son. Come on, son. Come on, son. Come on, son.
What up, y'all? What's happening? This is Ed Lover. This is Come On, Son, the podcast. We got a great show for today. I'm going to tell y'all why. Well, I don't know if it's today. It might be tonight. It might be this afternoon. It might be morning when you're watching this. You might have just turned over from humping the shit out of somebody and decided you're going to watch Come On, Son. So I can't even say tonight because I don't really know what time it is where you're watching, but I'm going to tell you what I do know. I got a 2-time Grammy Award winner. I got a 6-time Grammy nominee sitting in this chair right here. 6-time Grammy nominee, 2-time winner. You know how long I've been in the fucking entertainment business? I ain't never been nominated for a Grammy. I ain't never been invited to the Grammys. The only time I was at the Grammys is somebody had an extra ticket and gave me a ticket to the Grammys, and he got 6 nominations and 2 wins. Corte Ellis, y'all. Give it up for Corte, bro. He is a producer. He is a writer, and he is an artist. And we was out playing we played spades and shit last night, right? Uno. So, and I bust his ass. Don't let him tell you no different. So, Corte, what's up, brother?
Man, first, it's an honor to be here with you.
That's an honor for me to be here with you. You the one with 6 fucking Grammy nominations. I ain't got shit.
Hey, man, but I was home watching y'all on television, man. You know,
Thank you, my brother.
Made me aspire to be a part of the industry, so, man, it's a pleasure.
Where are you originally from?
Originally from Portsmouth, Virginia, the home of Missy Elliott. You better know it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Portsmouth is it's like where? It's near the water, right? Is it over there by where Teddy Riley and them and Timberland?
Yeah, right around there.
Neptunes?
About 15 minutes from everybody.
All that great fucking talent.
I'm from the part that none of them come to that part.
They don't come to Portsmouth, period?
They don't come to Portsmouth.
What's wrong with Portsmouth?
Portsmouth is a little, you know how what they say about the gas stations at Atlanta? You don't hang out there too long.
Right.
Yeah, it's like that.
Okay, so Portsmouth would be the south side.
Facts.
To Virginia Beach.
Absolutely.
Because we used to go to Virginia Beach. Remember, you probably a kid when they used to have the shit at Virginia Beach every year? Before the cops came down and fucked the whole shit up. Greek Fest and all that. Yeah, then we never went to Portsmouth.
No, you're not gonna go there.
No, nobody want to fuck with Portsmouth. What made you decide that that's what you want to be? You want to be in music. Did you play music in school?
You know what? Well, my mother and my father both sang. As far as like the industry, I didn't really know that was gonna be my path, but I just knew that I just loved music just as a child.
Okay.
You know?
What kind of music was playing in your house? Who was playing in your house?
My stepfather was playing the Temptations, the Whispers, the Gap Band. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where, and then my mom was singing her gospel songs.
Okay, so you had a good balance between gospel. So you didn't grow up in a house where it was all gospel all the time. Like
absolutely
some
not.
people, they couldn't get nothing.
No, because
gospel.
my mom, they used to throw them late night bootlegger parties.
Oh, to pay the rent joints like in my crib.
Pay the rent joints. So we got a good balance of everything.
So what did you start? Did you start playing piano? What did you start?
Nah, man. You know, just really, man, just singing. Me and my brother, we used to sing, and whatever would come on the radio. You know, when I really started to get into like my own thing as a singer, it was Jodeci was like my thing, H-Town. So we were just mimicking what came on the radio, you know, and then, you know, we had our videos, we would see like their style and just everything. We just wanted to mimic those guys, you know what I mean? Okay, so it had to be a trip for you to actually produce and write for Fantasia, being that that's 2 degrees of separation because she's cousins with Jodeci. That was actually...
With Casey and JoJo, actually.
That was a trip, but for me, what really, really kind of blew my mind was writing for New Edition.
You wrote for New Edition?
I wrote the title track to their One Love album.
Okay.
And I used to sing their songs as a child, so that like blew my mind.
Right.
And I gave them a ride to the club one night. Everybody but Bobby. I don't know where Bobby was. But
nobody know where Bobby was, bro. Bobby don't even know where the fuck Bobby was. But shout out to New Edition because they're going on that Legacy tour. If they're not already out on the Legacy tour, it's Jodeci. No, it's not Jodeci. It's Keith Sweat. It's Guy. And it's New Edition. So big shout out to New Edition. Them dudes been doing it since they was what? 14, 15?
Man, them guys, they always just show me mad love, man. And I just appreciate just Mike and his energy, man, and his spirit. He would just call me sometimes and say, man, I see you, man, you know, just giving me my props, man. I really appreciate that coming from like a legend, you know what I'm saying? Now, you got 2 Grammy wins. What did you win Grammys for? Working on the Dangerously in Love album with Beyonce. Okay. And then most recently, Ariana Grande's album, Sweetener. Okay. She won Best Pop Vocal Album. So when she wins, you win? Absolutely. Okay, let me walk me through
Only
this
for
shit.
album purposes.
Okay, so if they win on the album, everybody that produced on that album,
Everybody that produced on that
gets
album.
an actual Grammy.
No, sometimes they give you the plaques, but now they just started, I believe this year, they started actually issuing out the actual plaques to everybody.
Okay.
But it's still documented. I still get the credit for it. So
Right.
Yeah.
So that's a win. A fucking
It's
win is a
a
win.
fucking win is a win.
And then-
It's
and
coming
then-
from where I'm from.
And then the Beyonce, the Dangerously in
Dangerously
Love,
in
what did you do on
album.
that?
I worked on Dangerously in Love with her. I did some vocal production for her. What's It Gonna Be, Boy? Just a couple
All right,
things.
wait, hold
with her.
on. Let's rewind a little bit. How the fuck do you vocally arrange Beyonce? because she's just really open to see, you know, what other people can bring to the table. I'll never forget the first time just working with her, and she was just like, listen, if I sing something that you don't like, all you gotta do is let me know. If I say a corny lyric, all you gotta just do is, you know, she's not trying to be like the boss of the ship. She really, you know, loves the vibe of everybody just collaborating. She's really like that.
Okay.
She's not like a bossy person, you know. So,
No, not at all.
So, you know, you could
Be
be
good
like,
people.
But mind you, she's like a robot in the studio, bro. Like she get in there, and when she don't come out the booth till she's done with the song.
Like, period. It ain't no, let me take this home, listen to it tomorrow.
She's not going to the bathroom till the song's done.
Damn.
That's how she works.
Was Hov in the studio? Was Hov?
Nah, Hov wasn't there.
Hov let you be in the studio with his woman?
Yeah, but he definitely came through, and you know, I think they slid off, went to a basketball game here and there. But yeah, you know.
Were you intimidated by Jay-Z's presence?
No, I actually met Jay. Like Jay used to come down to Virginia back when he had a good friend. His name Tone Capone. Tone used to be down there with Teddy and them.
Right.
And my man used to own the hottest club down there. And Jay used to come down there, so you know we definitely crossed paths a few times. So.
Okay, now which Jay-Z is this? Is this when he was rapping or the cocaine Jay-Z? Because there was two different Jay-Z's in Virginia.
I think Jay had 1 foot over here, 1 foot over here.
Because Tone Capone had 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Tone on the motorcycle.
Yeah, so Jay might have been still dibbling dabbling in.
Possibility.
Okay, so out of Ariana Grande, Fantasia, Beyonce, who else? I miss a few females you work with.
Jill Scott. Keisha Cole. Missy Elliott, of course.
I love Missy Elliott. That's my one. You know that, right? Did you know that's my one?
Nah.
That's my industry crush.
Oh, for real?
Oh, I fucking love Missy. I will take Missy down. And I like big Missy. I don't like this little Missy.
I gotta let her
know.
No,
you'll hook me up with Missy, son. Missy, she know already I love her. I love her to death. I love her energy. I always fuck with her. I met Missy when what's the name of the girl group she was in? When Jodeci and them had her. Sister. And I told her when I met her over there at their house that she was the most talented one out of all of them. I told her, I said, you got it. Because them other girls, they was running around. She was down in the basement with Tim. They was making beats. I was like, yo, she got it.
You was in Rochester?
Yeah, no, they were in
Jersey?
In Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I told her that she got it. Who did you feel like was the most... You told me that Beyonce was very open. Who else was extremely open to work with that you've done shit with?
Fantasia. Fantasia was definitely, and she's a hard worker too. Like I could have 4 references. Fantasia show up and sing them all in one day.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So you put down the reference vocals for somebody that you write for?
Yeah. I sing it myself sometimes.
Okay.
You know, instead of having to wait on somebody to come and do it for me, you know, God gave me a gift. I can sing, so I just would sing the songs.
And do they mimic you word for word or phrase by phrase, or do you still?
Sometimes, like mostly when it comes to like direction with the ad libs, you know, they try to capture that feeling. Some people are really like, you know, on top of like their ad lib game. They know like their transitions, and some people you just got to give more of a direction just until they get comfortable. And Fantasia was one of those people that she'll listen and she'll do it the way you did it, but then she'll go back and she'll just kind of pour her sauce onto it.
Right.
Yeah.
So when we gonna hear your shit?
Man, you know, I was
all
actually...
the other shits you
so
did.
Mind you, I was your good friend, Mia Leacock, she actually signed me to SRC back in, I think it was 2009. But this was literally around the time where music was transitioning, where you couldn't be an R&B singer no more. You had to kill somebody like a rap guy. So I just couldn't get with that. You know what I mean? So,
okay.
See, because I really love like the essence of what R&B.
They want you to fake it till you drink it.
Yeah, this is when R&B really started turning into rap.
Right.
But you know, it wasn't my thing, and I always had the skill to write songs and just being like a businessman and just knowing how to structure business and do deals. I was always interested in that sector of the business. So, you know, naturally for me, it was like I'm always going to write songs, write and produce songs. Got great relationships, and then just kind of just go along with the transition. You can never be afraid of the transition.
Absolutely. You and I were talking last night while we were playing Uno. A bunch of us friends got together playing Uno last night, and you and I got to talking, and you were saying that they was putting up Michael Jackson's, what was it?
His catalog.
His catalog. And you were saying he was selling it for $900 million. You said it's not enough.
No, to me, it's not enough because Michael Jackson's catalog to me is like, the equivalent of something like, you know, like the White House is never gonna go anywhere.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like this is something that this is a part of like generations' lives. And I just don't think that you can actually put a price on that. I just don't think so.
Right. Well, is what they talking about including all the Beatles shit that he owns too?
I think it's his stuff plus his portion of like the Sony ATV that he owns.
That's the Beatles shit that he
Right.
got too. So you don't think that 900 million? What would you price it? If you had to put a price on it,
if I had to put a price on it, I would say $5 billion.
Damn,
Yep.
it's a lot of money right there.
Yeah, because this is going to be around when we're not around anymore. These people are
Right.
going to license these songs forever, and you got to realize the private equity companies that's going to purchase it, then their kids are going to own it, and then they're going to give it to their kids. They're never going to own that no more.
Right.
Who knows what they're going to do with it 50 years from now?
Right.
If you can look at where music came from the 8-track to now having the Spotifys and the Pandoras, could you imagine what the next generation of creators are going to create for music, the platforms in the next 20 years?
Right.
Could you imagine?
That's gonna be crazy.
It's going to be crazy.
And you also explained to me, you and I were talking, and I know y'all that's watching right now wasn't privy to the conversation, but I thought it was very interesting that you and I were talking about why a lot of these artists are selling their catalogs right now, and I thought some of them wasn't a good idea. You thought like right now is prime time. Why is right now prime time to sell your catalog?
I mean, because right now, you just got to look at it like the average person is getting paid quarterly from royalty statements. You know, at the end of the year, they're being taxed at a higher rate, opposed to you selling like an asset, like a musical asset, and your cap gains is at 20%. You're actually going to make out more, you know, and on the better side, tax-wise, if you actually sold the asset and figured out how to invest the money. Now, if you don't have a game plan and you don't have the proper financial literacy, then that's a bad move for you. But if you have a system set up, you want to get into some investments, get you some property, some land, then that's the way to go.
Yeah, because you were telling me at the end of the quarter, whatever they get off their publishing, their rate is around 40%.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money out of your shit.
It is.
40% of your money is gone.
Yep.
So it's best to take your money up now that you could do something. But ain't they still going to tax you 40, 50% on something? Let's say, what did Justin Bieber just sell his catalog for?
See, but he sold an asset, so that he'll only be taxed at 20%. Cap
Really?
gains. It'll be 20%. Yeah.
Out of all the money they giving him,
20%.
they tax me more than 20%. They're only taxing him 20%?
Yeah.
So, okay, so I understand what you're saying. So it makes more sense to pay the 20% now on that bulk than the 40% on that every 3-month check that he got coming.
Exactly.
Are you able to just sit back? Are you at a point now, Cortez, where you can sit back and say, I can live off of what I make in publishing?
Absolutely.
Damn.
Yes.
What did Dangerously in Love sell?
I mean, that record, I mean, it's still selling to this day. You know, I think it just crossed 6 million. It was, I remember getting the plaque and it was at 4 million, and this was...
I need to write something.
This was a few years ago. So, and then I just seen this, the new certification.
You ain't got to tell
in.
everybody the exact amount, but what's one of them publishing checks looking like on one of them?
Well, I mean, I don't want to go into figures. I'll just say that you got to understand, like, working on Britney Spears, you got to... Quarterly, I was getting 6-figure checks.
Every 3 months?
Yeah.
This is some bullshit that
I had 2 bangers on Britney, so you gotta understand.
You had 2 bangers on Britney.
This is Britney Spears, you know what I mean? So
right.
Yeah.
Automatic sales out the gate.
And then this is a time when people were physically buying sales.
Oh, okay.
And then we get into the streaming situation. When streaming starts to pick up, next thing you know, my old catalog increases about 200%.
Damn.
And I own it.
And you own it, 100%.
I own it, 100%.
Who was the one that said, this kid right here can write some fucking songs? Who saw that in you and put you in pocket? Because everybody might say, I can write, but how the hell do I get in that door?
To be honest with you, it really started with like some guys from like the streets, from like the neighborhood, that really took a liking to me and just knew that I was talented. So it was a guy named Busy. And then it was did you ever hang out in Virginia at the clubs and stuff?
Yeah.
So there used to be a club called Pizzazz Nightclub. Used to be on Grammy Street. So my guy Monty, he used to own the club. you know, and he really kind of poured into me, built one of my first studios. But as far as like me getting like my shot in like the game, I'm gonna give you a blast from the past. You remember the song nice and smooth and funky?
Yeah.
So the guy singing the hook was my good friend, my mentor, Will Skill Stewart.
Okay.
So Will really kind of took me in and showed me how to craft songs and make them, and because I didn't understand, you know, how you stack vocals. I didn't understand why when I made a song, it didn't sound like the way he made it.
Right.
So he sat me down, he showed it to me. And then I became an intern at a studio in Newport News under Pitt Connolly, who was one of the lead singers and producers in the group Surface.
Okay.
So, and I used to...
You don't learn from top dog right there.
So I used to drive Pitt Connolly from Hampton, Newport News, Virginia, all the way to New Jersey to work with Josh Thompson from Tallest Tree.
Okay.
Right? So, and then when I actually wound up going to New Jersey, you know, I partnered with the Soul Diggers, that's K-Mac and Bless out of Jersey, and from that relationship, it led to Puff, and I worked with Puff for 10 years on just pretty much like everything he was doing.
You worked with Puff for 10 years? Mm-hmm. On what?
All the making of the band stuff, Sherry Dennis, the guy group that he had, Day 26.
Day 26.
Yeah, so I was just one of the guys, you know, you come upstairs, you take the, you know,
right.
Go up to the second floor, they give you a little radio, you sit in that room. This is the time you had the dictaphone, so I just used to be in there just coming up with ideas, man.
Oh, wow.
So, and that's how I wound up working on New Edition. I did a Memphis City Blues with a 8-ball and MJG.
Okay.
So, you know, yeah.
So you've been doing this shit for a minute then.
I wrote my first song for Clive Davis in 2000.
Okay.
23 years ago.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And Clive, did he use the song?
Yeah. He had a young lady that was signed to him named Olivia. She used to be signed to G on it.
Yeah.
But he had signed Olivia at the time. So, and that was one of the first people that I started working with.
Okay.
So then around 2003, me and Missy actually started to make songs together, because you got to keep in mind, like, when she took off, Super Duper Fly came out,
right.
she was
gone.
Superstar, rock star. She was gone.
Right.
So I had to just kind of, you know, although she's my family, I had to figure it out, you know what I mean? And I always wanted her to just, you know, see me as, you know, I was kind of making my way in the game, and just so her to really kind of see me and recognize my talent. You know, I've never been one that, I don't want any favors from anybody.
Right.
You know, I'd rather take the long route and learn, you know, and if I don't got it, you know, I'm gonna study until I get it. And she would always keep her ear open, and then when she felt like I was ready, then she brought me in.
Okay.
Yep.
What'd you do with Keisha Cole? I love me too.
I worked on Let It Go.
Okay.
Like for me, I have a knack of understanding how to vocal produce. Like if somebody can sing something, you know, where the record should go, doing like arrangements and things of that nature. So I worked on like the arrangement for Keisha Cole on that
Okay.
song. Yep.
On the vocal arrangement.
On the vocal arrangement. Yep. And I sang on it too.
You did?
Yep.
You on the background?
Yep. I sing backgrounds on a lot of the records.
Run them down. Come on, bro. Don't be bashful. You got two Grammy Awards.
2 weeks notice for Fantasia. I'm singing on that.
Okay.
I'm singing on Let It Go. All the Britney Spears songs, I'm singing on those.
Okay.
I mean, every female artist, if you took a look at my discography, I'm singing on all of those records.
Okay. Are you more comfortable working with female artists?
Absolutely, I am, because I just feel like women are more transparent. You know what I mean? Especially when they get into like a comfortable place and they start talking to you when they feel like, hey, you're not trying to come on to them, and they feel like they can just kick it with you. They get to telling you about their life experiences. You know, men are not that transparent. Right. You know, so it works better for me when I'm just working with women.
And when are you going to drop your own project, man? Because I need
to hear
your project.
So I'm glad you said that. So I did a partnership with Republic Records, Uptown. I launched Academy Records. You wear your own.
Okay,
shit,
I need
know?
a hat. Okay, so, Academy Records need a hat.
Academy Records. So, you know, I have a couple acts over there, and I'm gonna just focus on that right now. And then if I decide to put out something, you know, then I'll do it. It's all about how I feel.
You know what's ill, Cortez? I'm gonna tell you something that's ill. You don't give a fuck because you get so much publishing money. You're like, I don't even put an album out when I fucking feel like putting an album out. If I do, I gotta ask. I gotta deal with public. Who the acts you got on your label?
Joe West, and Joe West. He's a kid from Harlem.
Okay.
Like Senegalese kid. He's a model also, and, you know, and he's like a he's a smart kid and he's a listener, you know. And I have Beiji. She's actually based here in Atlanta.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just focusing on those two things, man, and I feel real confident
You're
about
focusing
what I'm
on
doing.
being a mogul. That's what you, because you know the ins and outs of the business at this point, right?
Of course.
So you focusing on being a mogul. You said 20-something years ago
20 years, yeah.
that you wrote your first record for Olivia.
Olivia, yep.
Yeah, that was with G.
You know, look, listen, a lot of wins and learning from my mistakes, you know, launching stuff before, just not understanding how to spend money in the market. I made my mistakes, you know what I mean? So
What do you
and
think
I
the
know what
biggest
to do.
mistake you ever made?
The biggest mistake that I ever made
With
was
money.
with
If you tell
money?
me yours, honestly, I'll tell you what stupid shit I did.
Ah, man, the biggest mistake I ever made with money, I would have to say allowing my partner for me to say, you know, I'm gonna handle creative and you can handle the finance.
Oh, okay.
That was the biggest mistake because he didn't understand either. When we actually should have, you know, outsourced and probably hired like a executive that really understood that
Right.
nature of the business, and I didn't, because I just wanted to focus on creating the music, and I was spending more time in the studio instead of looking at the statements.
Okay. So that's a huge mistake.
$400,000 later.
$400,000 mistake?
Yeah.
No, see, my shit ain't no $400,000 mistake. My mistake was about, I would say about $120, $130.
That's
I bought
still
a goddamn
$400,000.
I bought a car. I bought a car I shouldn't bought. You know, cars depreciate as soon as you drive them off the lot.
You know what you
I
gotta
was feeling
do?
myself, bought a goddamn S550, had the whole thing the way I wanted it.
Yeah.
Tried to take it back 2 years later, they tried to give me $60,000 for
You know what I do?
$125,000.
I just go look at the cars and leave.
That's what you do?
Yeah.
So you ain't bought a Phantom or none of that?
No,
what you
Mita
do?
told me I couldn't buy it.
Huh?
Mita said I couldn't buy it.
Mita said you couldn't buy it. What are you into?
Nah.
You into property? And
I'm definitely into property, but I'm a trader also.
okay.
Yeah, so I like trading. I like to understand like your options and you know what's moving.
Right.
You know, I like gold. I pay different attention to things like that.
There you go,
Because you
fam.
gotta understand where to put your money. you
Right.
know?
And I put my money in the Mercedes-Benz dealership pocket and never saw nothing else after that.
Yeah, man.
Because I'll tell you something I learned. A Honda Accord, you can't take that shit in the club. That's what we get cars for, right? To show up for the chicks, to sit out in front of a club. They don't give a fuck about the car. If you got game, you got game. If you're a lame, you're a lame.
And that's that.
That's that.
Exactly.
Best of luck to you, brother. Thanks for stopping by, man.
Man, I thank you so much.
Corte
man.
Ellis in the building! Yeah, two-time Grammy Award winner, six-time Grammy nominee as of today and counting. There's going to be a lot more Grammys in that man's hands. I'm telling y'all that right now. This has been Come On Son, the podcast. Y'all keep God first. Everything else will fall into place. I'll talk at you, with you, to you, and about your ass next week. Be good if you can't be good. Be careful if you can't be careful. Learn the right songs so you can get six-figure checks every quarter, all right? Until the next time we ride together, slide together, laugh out loud together, and love us, say God bless each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all for tuning me in and not tuning me out. I'll see y'all next time. Come on, son. Now get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Peace.
Raphael on the track.
Come on, son.